time I'm going to do a video about the weather in the Philippines in the 7 years plus, almost 8 years, going on 8 years next month that I've been here. And the reason I'm doing this video is because you don't hear anything about this storm. In the paper, there's no notification that there's a storm coming. The storm is just about as big as the Philippines itself, and they're estimating if it does hit the Philippines, there'll be 150 kilometer per hour winds in the Visayas area and Mindanao. And they're not saying anything about the storm. I have to wonder why. So I've looked it up. It's near some place called Paolu in the middle of the Pacific Ocean now, but the storm is over 300 kilometers in circumference, in diameter. That's a pretty big storm. And I went on Phil Star, the newspaper, and there's like one article about it on page 7. And or like, way down when you're looking through the news, they got the Miss Universe pageant on, and stories about somebody's not boycotting Israel. I mean, stuff that's just not important. I mean, if you go through the paper here in Phil Star, I'll show it to you. Hold on a minute. I got to get it back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here is the news article on the topic of the storm. I'll let you read it. I'll read it with you. That's why I find this a little bit annoying that they're not telling the people of the Philippines that this is a big storm. So it's basically 1,000 miles away from Mindanao. It's moving westward at 10 kilometers per hour and with sustained winds of 70 kilometers per hour, which is not much. Thank you, Jerry. However, it is due to hit, if the current track continues, the cyclone will be hoisted for the Visayas. Okay, so I'm going to segue into something else here at this point. Look at what it says. Current track intensity shows that there is a likelihood that the tropical cyclone winds will be hoisted for the Visayas. In other words, they don't know where it will hit. Large portions of Mindanao and possibly Luzon. That's exactly the reason for this video. They have not been able, although they can control the weather, don't make no mistake about it, they control the weather. Not to a small degree. They control the weather to a large degree. They control a lot more of what goes on this flat earth than you can imagine. I could give you example after example, but my main point here is that for 100 years we've had weathermen telling us what the weather is going to be an hour from now, 3 hours from now, 5 hours from now, and they can't get it right. Why do we have weathermen on the news? Why do they exist at all? And some of these guys make $100,000, $200,000 a year. Why do we have them telling us what the weather is going to be? Why does the Panglao AccuWeather right now, for the last 10 days, say it's going to rain all day? And meanwhile, 7 out of 10 days in the last 10 days it rained, but not until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But when you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you look at the weather report for Pang Lao, AccuWeather, it says rain and the sun is out. And then it says heavy rains at 10 a.m. and the sun is out. And then it shows lightning and thunder at noon and the sun is out. Why do we have weathermen? Why are these people getting paid to do something that they can't do? I said this in a live stream yesterday. My dad, who was a tugboat captain his whole life, and myself, who grew up on the water. My dad had a barometric pressure reader on our living room furniture. It was like a piece of furniture. It was a very nice piece of very nice wooden frame, and in it had a barometer, a wind direction, and the speed of the wind. On the wall, we had a glass tube barometer with orange food coloring in it. And you could look at that glass tube and see that it was going up or down, depending on when you looked at it. But with the wind direction, the barometric pressure, and whether it was falling or rising, and a book, a little 6, 7 page, 8 page book. It wasn't much of a book, a little thin book next to the barometer. You could look at the wind, the temperature, and whether the barometer was rising or falling. And it would tell you what the weather was going to be all day. Yes, it is accurate. And it would tell you even if the weather was going to be in tomorrow. It would predict what the weather was going to be tomorrow. So why am I looking at AccuWeather that says it's going to rain all day, and it didn't rain until 3 o'clock yesterday? And yesterday was one of the days that Philippines AccuWeather, not for Bohol, not for the Philippines, but for Panglao, my specific area, my exact area, it was going to rain all day, and then it didn't rain until 3 o'clock, and then it didn't rain much. But it had lightning, thunder, and severe winds. We had no wind yesterday. It had winds set at 18 kilometers per hour, but we didn't have any wind. For my island where I live, this is a joke. This is a joke that they have weathermen in America as well. The weathermen haven't been able to get the weather right for as long as I can remember. But one specific thing that I want to say about the governments and what runs this world, and I'm not kidding about this, is that they can control the weather if they choose to. It's been a known fact that since the era of Vietnam, where they used to make it rain for a month at a time, that they can control the weather to some degree. At that time, now, I believe they have total control of the weather, because we will have the clearest, sunniest sky with what looks to be blue sky, and then all of a sudden you're going to start to see airplanes, quote unquote airplanes, streaking across from Bohol to Cebu and back from Cebu to Bohol every 18 minutes. And behind the airplane is white smoke. And it just goes back and forth across the sky. Always on the side of the island. If the wind is blowing this way, the airplanes are on this side, and the smoke blows over Bohol, over Panglao. If the wind is blowing this way, then the airplanes, quote unquote airplanes, are on this side, and the smoke blows this way. And within 1 hour of the smoke blowing over the island of Panglao, we have thunderstorms. That is not natural. We're not going to go. We're not going to go from clear blue skies to severe thunderstorms in an hour under natural weather conditions. And to prove this, how they can control the weather, to prove this is not theoretical. The law of thermodynamics, physics, and atmospheric laws prohibit a hurricane from gaining strength, from going from a warm area to a colder area, and a colder area after that, and a colder area after that, and a colder area after that, down to where it's 30 degrees. You cannot have a hurricane where the water temperature is down around 55, 54 degrees, and the air temperature is in the 30s. You can't have one like that. It's not possible. And yet, in 2010, there was a hurricane that started in north end of Florida, and it got stronger when it went to North Carolina and Georgia, and then South Carolina, then North Carolina. It got stronger when it hit Maryland. It got stronger when it hit New Jersey, and it got the strongest when it hit New York. When it was freezing temperatures and the water temperature was cold, we had a negative. The barometer was falling like a rock, and it was causing a low pressure area. That's not normal. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not physics-wise. It's not possible for a hurricane to increase in strength and the speeds of the winds, and then the depression to get more and more depressed when the water temperature is colder and colder and the air temperature is colder. It's not possible. Never happened before in history. Never in history did it ever happen before. And yet, Hurricane Sandy was the biggest devastation to the East Coast. And they did this on purpose. You can believe what you want to believe about Hurricane Sandy. There was 100 reasons why they did this. They did it to who benefited from Hurricane Sandy? Tens of millions of people lost their houses, all their furniture, all their worldly possessions. Who benefited from that? The companies like that make furniture, the companies that sell generators, the companies that sell tools, the companies that sell wood, the companies that sell electrical supplies, the insurance companies who boosted their insurance rates sometimes 2 and 3 and 4 times for everybody up and down the East Coast, whether they had a hurricane or not. They increased the wind insurance from a normal wind insurance, like where I lived in Key Largo, was $1,000 a year. They increased it to $3,000 a year. They increased flood insurance from $1,500 to $4,500 a year. They tripled everything. And that was up 7 times from the year 1999. When I bought my house in 1999, my wind, my flood, my wind insurance, my flood insurance, and my homeowner's insurance, total package was $1,700. After we had, I think it was Hurricane Wilma in 2005, which did no damage to my house. I got a few inches of water in the basement. It was gone in an hour. I didn't lose any appliances. I didn't apply for damage loan or anything like that. My insurance package went up to $7,000 a year from 1700. The next storm, my insurance went up to $11,000 a year from 1700, 6 years prior, and I didn't have any damage. In fact, everybody's insurance went up. In the Florida Keys, South Florida, people's insurance went up that were 30 miles away from the coast of any ocean. In one part of the Florida Keys, we'll just call it North Key Largo because I don't remember all the names of the area. In one part of North Key Largo, there were what was a trailer camp. It was thousands of trailers because the Keys used to be a vacation resort for people that only came down for a few months a year, and they lived in trailers. It was mandatory that you had to have insurance on your trailer, and it was like $700 a year. After Hurricane Wilma, the insurance went to $12,000 per year, and if you didn't pay it, it accrued as part of your income tax, and or they had the option to tear your house down. So it went from $700 a year to $11,000 a year, whether you had storm damage or not, because there were a lot of trailers that were destroyed, and the insurance companies had to pay out to replace trailers that were worth only $10,000 or $15,000. But meanwhile, for the 10,000 trailers that had no damage at all, their insurance went to $11,000 and $12,000, or it accrued on your property taxes. So you had an option to pay the insurance or tear down your trailer and build a new house and then pay $11,000 for a new, or maybe $8,000 for a new house. The only people that benefited from these big storms were insurance companies, Home Depot, Walmart, China. And if you don't think that storm, Hurricane Sandy, was created by man-made conditions, then you're insane, because it went from a tropical depression in upper Florida to a full-on hurricane. Now, what else happened during Hurricane Sandy that you don't know about, that you never read about? Remember, there was a black fungus that hit a lot of houses, and the wood in the houses, and the houses had to be condemned, or they had to have special people come in. You had to take the sheetrock off the wall. There was a black fungus. I have videos of it somewhere on my other channel. And it was a black and brown and white fungus. No doubt about it. It was there. My cousin had a house across the street from me, and I went into the basement, and I saw it all over the rafters, and it was blatantly obvious. It was a black fungus. Where did that come from? That's not normal. It's not only is it not normal, but it wasn't. It's not normal. It's not a biological possibility to have that black fungus. Where did it come from? It didn't come from the ocean. The ocean has no such fungus in it. It didn't come from the wood that was in the house previously, because everybody had the black fungus in their house. No, let me tell you where it came from. All throughout the eastern coast of the United States, unbeknownst to 99.9% of the population, are what is called plating and polishing companies that use caustic chemicals, and other companies that use hazardous chemicals to do processing for whatever it is that they're processing. I know about plating and polishing because I work for a plating and polishing company. They have vast storage bins of nickel acid and cyanide acid and chromium acid and arsenic and all kinds of caustic chemicals that they need to do plating and polishing. Well, when that storm hit Hurricane Sandy, not only did all of those companies along the eastern seaboard get flooded, but intentionally they dumped their caustic chemicals. Even if the caustic chemical storage tanks were not affected by the storm, they dumped it out because some of that stuff cost a lot of money per gallon to bring it to a hazardous waste site. Hundreds of millions of gallons of caustic waste were dumped into the sewerage system. I know this for a fact. Were dumped into the sewerage system, and no one could check where it came from because there was no way to check where the stuff was coming from because everything was flooded everywhere. But that black fungus came from some chemical, from a chemical company, could have been any one of 10,000 different chemical companies, but it had to be a big enough chemical company to dump something into the water, hundreds of millions of gallons of this product into the water to cause this black fungus. That black fungus was never seen before and never seen after. And when they did analysis on what the fungus was, it was some unknown substance. And they kept it hush-hush. How do I know that? Well, I know that because I know the people that did the testing. And they could never figure out what that chemical was that made the fungus or where it came from. They may have known what it was at the laboratory, but who dumped it into the water supply, no one knows. So who benefits from these big storms? Well, if they're not going to tell the people of the Philippines that the biggest storm in several years is on its way, so that they can't prepare, they're going to lose a lot more of their personal property. You know, yesterday you guys saw me up on the roof tying down the wood, the lumber that I have, because there's several $100s worth of lumber on the table. And you saw me tying down my wheelbarrow, and you saw me tying down my other lumber and putting large, heavy objects on the lumber. Because if this storm hits like it's supposed to hit, they say 150 kilometers per hour. 75 miles an hour is nothing. It's not even worth my time to talk about 75 miles an hour. It won't affect me at all. However, it will affect the people of the Philippines. I have been on the ocean in bigger than 75 mile an hour storms. Many times. I have been on the ocean in 150 kilometer per hour, or 75 to 90 mile per hour winds, okay, with my dad on his tugboat doing tows. It's not even a big wind, really. It is if you fall overboard, and it is if your house is not secured down, but they're not telling the people of the Philippines. There's no truck going up and down the street noticing the people. You know when they tell the people in the Philippines when there's going to be a storm? When it hits. Typically, the storm is in full-blown rage, and they'll send out a notice on the phone. They didn't send me any notice on my phone today that we're going to have the biggest storm in several years, maybe hit the Visayas, to go out and prepare for it. At least give the people the opportunity of the Philippines to go out and what they call hunker down. At least give these people are poor, they have nothing. At least give them the opportunity to go out and put some of their valuable possessions away. But no, they don't do that. They'd rather have the devastation do their devastation, and they'd rather have the people go to the big ticket stores like City Hardware and Build-A-Ware to replenish what they lost in the storm. And that's just not fair to the people. That's why I'm making this video. It's just not fair. And they know that if this storm hits, and they only give the announcement that the storm is going to hit in an hour, and meanwhile it's a full-on raging storm when they send out the announcement, they know that the people are going to have to go replace their personal possessions and spend their last dollar to get the things that are necessary for them to have the simplest of lives. They do this on purpose. This is not an arbitrary thing. They have possibly the biggest storm in the history of the last 10 years in the Philippines coming. 8 days of 70-mile-an-hour winds, 70-kilometer-an-hour winds, up to 70-kilometer-an-hour winds. I had coming from this direction, 8 days. And then I said yesterday we were in the eye of the storm because there was no wind at all. And now the wind's coming from this direction. But the storm is coming towards us. So it's going to intensify on the second round, possibly. Well, they know darn well that they should at least send out a warning, but they didn't. And they have not. And there's nothing about it on YouTube. I don't know about Facebook. I don't go to Facebook. People keep saying hello to me on Facebook. I sure wish that you wouldn't do that because I don't like Facebook and I don't really go there. I acknowledged one person in the last month of 90-something people that said hello to me. I don't care about the people on Facebook. I don't care about Facebook. I don't care to comment on Facebook. I only go to Facebook for two people. One person, Gary, 9067. I only go to Facebook for one person. Anybody else I don't care about on Facebook. So stop trying to get in touch with me on Facebook. I'm not going to friend you. I'm not going to bring you into my messenger. I'm not going to do that. But I don't see a single notice on Facebook because they don't care either. Why? Because Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and all the politicians, their money is invested into these companies that sell goods to us. Not necessarily Build-A-Bear, but Home Depots and the like. You people have no idea that our government was sold out 50 years ago. 50 years ago, they started selling out the United States government and also the rest of the governments that associate with the United States to China. There is nothing that you can buy anymore that doesn't come from China. If China wanted to, they could publish that there's a storm coming, but they don't want to do that. They're the people that are selling us the goods. And how did they get this power? All the politicians in America invested into the corporations that left America to work in China. We don't manufacture anything in America anymore. Couple of small things. People think that Harley Davidsons are made in America. They're not made in America. They're made in China and they're put together in America. You look at the back of a shirt, any kind of garment, it says made in America. And then you read the fine print that says this label was made in America. The label was made in America. The shirt wasn't made in America. Very few things are made in America. And that's just all part of a grandiose scheme to destroy the economy of America, along with so many other different platforms that they have working against the American people. But this thing with the weather, at least give the people of the Philippines the opportunity to put their goods in what they consider a safe place. I walked up and down the block this morning. I got up at 5:30. I had to go do something. And everything is all over the yard. There's nobody's putting up any kind of shutters on the windows or anything like that. It's a joke. Now if we had a 350, 200-mile-an-hour winds, it wouldn't affect me at all. It would probably blow the windows out of my house here, and that would be okay. but it wouldn't affect me at all. I just go into one of my cargo containers. I open up the door and I close the door and I go in the cargo container. If you think 150 or 200-mile-an-hour wind is going to affect me inside the cargo container, it's not. It's not going to. It's not going to affect me one bit. I'll hear the sound of the wind. So I don't care about the storm per se. And there's nothing in this house that I would care about if I lost it, the house, altogether from the storm. But Filipinos have nothing, basically. They are, and they have nothing. And now if this storm hits, I saw what happened the last time we had a storm like this. It destroyed. It blew the tops of people's houses off. It blew their stuff all over the place. It the stuff on the beach. There was tons of debris on the beach. This is a disaster waiting to happen that they haven't notified anybody that there's a storm coming. A big disaster waiting to happen, in my opinion. This is not fair to the people of the Philippines. It's just not fair. So I'm going to leave the link in the description box for this storm. If anybody wants to share it with Philippines families that you have here in the Philippines, this is a big storm. I don't know that whether or not it's going to hit. I have no idea because I am not a weatherman and I don't have the instrumentation. But the billions of pesos in the Philippines and the billions of dollars they spend on diagnosing weather in America, you would think they could get it right, and they don't even try. And the next day after they're completely wrong, they don't even mention that they were wrong the day before. It's as if it never happened. And that's how we're getting beat up by the big corporations. They lie about everything, and then they don't apologize in any way, shape, or form. That if the storm hit, what? So what? So you have to go out and buy all new stuff. Do they care? They don't care at all. They don't care for the people of the Philippines. They don't care for you. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. That's why you've seen me for the last 2 days putting everything together on my roof. I spent 2 days sorting everything out, covering it up, and tying it down. 100-mile-an-hour wind isn't going to affect anything that I have. Nothing at all. But 100-mile-an-hour wind will destroy this entire area of the Philippines. These people have nothing as it is. And the government of America, they didn't tell anybody about the storms that hit, I think it was Kentucky, the cyclones or the tornadoes. They don't care. They don't care one bit. When we had Hurricane Katrina and there was hundreds of thousands of people displaced into that into the, what was it, some sort of football stadium or arena. They didn't care. They didn't even get those people water for days. They weren't without water. They had no place to use the restrooms. There was no porta potties, nothing. They don't care about you one bit. They want you broke. They want you gone. You are, according to Henry Kissinger, nothing more and nothing less than a burden, a virus to society. That's what you are. That's what you've always been. That's what whatever it is that controls this world looks at you. They use you to get their stores, and I mean gold, platinum, zinc, lead, who knows what else they need. Maybe they need lemon juice. Who the heck knows? And certain types of minerals and whatnot. They use you for that. They don't care whether or not you personally give it to them, because if you expire, they'll have another useless eater right after you. They don't care about you at all, and they never did. And this is proof that there's no warning that there's a storm coming. Nothing. Not on the phone, not on YouTube, not in Phil Starr. If Phil Starr has an article, I'll give you the article. It's on like page 7. It's not even like a headline. Hold on, I'm going to post that right now. They don't care about you. They want you to disappear. I've been saying it for 11 years now. 11 years I've been saying that they want you gone, man. And they're doing everything possible. You want to know what else is bothering me today? All over the world, all Brussels, Spain, Yugoslavia, Germany, Brussels, not 100,000 people, millions of people are protesting. Millions of people are protesting the capitals of the world, all over the world. You don't even see one single news article in American newspapers, and I don't know how to read Filipino language, so I wouldn't know if it's in the Philippines. And I'll tell you one thing, the Philippines is not protesting. No, there were no protesters in the Philippines. There's a very good reason for that. But all over the rest of the world, outside the Philippines, China, Japan, Russia, Yugoslavia, I'll see if I can find that link for you. I'm going to be doing the news for another half an hour, then I'm going outside. So let me open up my channel here and let me post the link to Phil Starr, the article, how big this storm is, and you don't hear anything about it. I could be wrong altogether. I could be wrong. It could bypass us altogether, but the point is they're not even telling the people. Do you people not understand what I'm trying to say to you? Philippines people in general, they're not real up on the news. They don't watch the news. If they have a few pesos to go online, it's their kids going online to do TikTok or play a game. You know, I go on construction sites all the time, and I make videos. To give you, for instance, I made the video, the world's Philippines' strongest man open, and you see the guy cutting the chain, okay? Do you know that I went into that store? It's a major store in Tagbilaran City. It's a major store. I went into that store and I found Augustine, the guy who was cutting the chain, the guy I gave the money to. The guy who was cutting the chain, the guy I gave the money to. I gave Augustine and the rest of the people in the store, I wrote it down. I wrote down the name of the video channel, okay? And I went back 2 days later. When did I go back? Friday. I went back Friday. I was there Tuesday and Friday, or Wednesday and Friday. I had to go to the city. Now I have a big list behind me to go to the city. And I said to Augustine, did you look at the video? No. So I went to the counter people. Now there are 7 girls and 3 men behind the counter, including the owner, who was half Chinese and half Filipino. None of them looked at the video. And I asked them why. And not a single person of the 7 women and the 3 men behind the counter. And there's another 5 men that work outside of that immediate store, but are part of the store. So there's 12 people altogether. Not one person had a load in their phone. And there is no computer in the store to go online and look at the video. So here is a major metropolitan store with no access to the internet. Now, last year, my friend Mai had 11 men on the job, and the cement mixer ran out of gas, and not one of them notified Mai that the cement mixer ran out of gas because none of them had a load. 11 construction men, not one person had a load. So I said, I'll go buy the gas. They said no. I told that story many times. Only Mai can put gas in the machine. So They don't have. If I went next door, I can hear about 4 or 5 people talking. Not one person will have a load. Not nobody. They have the basic $10 phone that they can make text messages to. Nobody has YouTube. Nobody has a load. Nobody has a load. Nobody has a computer on my block except the foreigners. There's not a single person on my block that watches my videos. They know I blog. They know I make videos, but there's not a single person that has ever seen my videos that I know about. Now, in the city, occasionally one of the jeepney drivers or one of the men on the jeepney, they'll watch my video and they'll repeat something that's in the video. But that's just on a rare occasion. The people of the Philippines are kept in a box with no money and no access to real life events like this storm that's coming. They would rather have. Now, I don't know that the storm is going to come, but I sure don't know that it's not going to come. But I do know it's the biggest storm in going on 7 years, the biggest storm in 7 years. The last storm that we had like this was 2014. They don't care about the people in the Philippines or in America. The news, the people. You know what's on the front page of Phil Health? The Phil Star, something about the Miss Universe pageant. Who cares about the Miss Universe pageant? Why would anybody care about that garbage? It's garbage. It's total garbage. How does watching Miss Universe benefit mankind? It doesn't. If they spent that much time warning the people of the Philippines to put their stuff, their hard-earned goods away, that would be something. They don't do that. Nope. It's I'll tell you what's on the front page. Absolute garbage is on the front page. Scott Del Fuego. Yeah, they're not gonna. Thanks, Scott. Hello, Pedro. They're not. They don't care about that they spend their money on cigarettes and booze. You know, I really should do a video on people that don't know how to control their finances and why they're broke. I really should spend an entire video talking about how stupid some people are and how they waste money and they have no understanding of how to save money. I might do that. You know, you people out there, you pay $100 a month. Scott, just to digress to Scott's comment, you pay $100 a month for your internet, and that's why I don't answer comments. That's why I don't care whether you comment on my page or not. I just pretty much ignore most people. You all want to see your name in my comment section. How does that benefit you? I give you hours of entertainment and intelligent, constructive things to learn about. And you smoke cigarettes, which are now, $15 a pack. You drink beers, which are however much they are. You spend your money. You'll pay another $150 or $200 a month away on worthless garbage, potato chips, popcorn, fast food, but you won't give me super chat. And that's okay. That's why I don't read your comments. I only read the comments from people that I either like their comments or they have contributed to my page. And as time progresses and when I'm doing work, I ignore you altogether. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. You want to, well, you people, psychologically, there's you people that come to my channel and other people's channel, and you blah, blah, blah in the comments section and blah, blah, blah in the comments. Just so you can see your name in the comments section. You know, I have left 50 comments on YouTube in the last 2 or 3 years, and only to the people whose videos I really like, and they know who I am, and I do it under my name. But you people all have fake names. You all have fake names. You all want me to acknowledge you. Acknowledge you, I will. Show me who you are. Show me content on your channel. Show me that you have a real life besides a comment on a YouTube page, and then maybe I'll acknowledge who you are. Other than that, I don't care who you are. Even Paradoxical Q. He's been following me for years, but I don't know who that man is. He doesn't donate to my channel. I don't ask him to. He always leaves an intelligent comment. That's a good thing. But I don't know who he is, and I don't care. I don't. I'm in contact with several people on YouTube that make YouTube videos. I have no idea who they are. I don't want to know their real name. I don't know where they live. I have their email addresses, but I have no idea who they are, nor do I care. I'd never ask them for their real name. I guess if I was some sort of computer scientist, I could figure out who they are, but I don't care because it means nothing to me. They're a name on the screen. It means nothing to me that they give me information, and if I piss them off, it means nothing to me. And I piss them off on a regular basis. Some of them. Do I care? No, I don't care because I don't know who they are. And I don't care who they are. I don't want to know their real name. If they want to remain anonymous, then they have to put up with what I feel like saying on that given day. If they don't like it, then go away. I don't care. It just happened recently. I would never say the name of the person or who, but they know who it is. And they know I was right for saying what I said to them privately, not in a YouTube commentary or in a public venue. I was right. I was 100% right. If they're listening, I was 100% right about what I said. Everybody I spoke with is in agreement with me, Michael Fazio. My 5 or 6 people that I discussed the topic with without mentioning your name, every single person that I call friend came to the same conclusion that I was right. And you were wrong if you're listening to this commentary. And still, no response. I was right. I was right from the get-go, from all the way back from the beginning. And you were wrong. But I would never make it public. I don't care. I don't know who you are, nor do I care who you are. I don't want to know who you are. And all you people wish to remain anonymous. You can remain anonymous, and then I have zero respect for you. Pretty much zero. I tolerate your ignorance, your insolence, and your basic not understanding of the universe. You want to be what you are, what I said that you were. You want to be that? You be that. But don't come back and attack me because I called you out and I was right. There was not a single person who I told the background story to that 100% in agreement with me, 100%. So we have 5 intelligent, successful people in 5 different walks of life. Basically, everybody is in total agreement with me, and you were wrong. But will you admit it? No, you won't admit it. But that's your prerogative, and I won't make it. I would never make our argument or your name public. But you were wrong. That's my point. And now you can take that for what it's worth. I don't care. Would I betray your trust? No. But I will not let you think that you're right. And you want to remain anonymous so that for whatever reason, that's fine. You can remain anonymous. I've talked to you for a very long time as an anonymous person, and you can continue to talk to me as an anonymous person or not. I don't care. But I was right. I just want you to know that. In fact, I tried again today to do what I tried to do yesterday, to do what I tried to do last week, to do what I tried to do the week before, to do what I tried to do the week before that, to no avail. So don't tell me that don't even come back with a reply that, you and your submarine talk. I don't need to hear that. You were wrong. I was right. That's all I have to say about that. But you people on YouTube, you want to remain anonymous? I don't show you much respect. If I told you I would keep our relationship private, I will. I'll keep our never mentioning your name, your email address. None of that stuff's ever going to get made public. None of it. But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when I do what I said I was going to do. Don't be surprised, because it's coming. Hold on a minute. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised at all when if I go sideways. Not on you. Not on you. I promise I will not give any of your personal information away. Never. Never going to happen. But don't be surprised if I go sideways on that issue. I will. I'm gonna. And I'm going to do it with great joy. Because if somebody is taken advantage of, and I feel that someone was taken advantage of, and then shows no respect for that person, well then, if it comes back at them tenfold, then that's what they deserve to get. It's not complicated. It's really not that complicated. If you are being respectful and benefiting someone to some large degree with an overabundance of blessings towards that person, and they turn around and they dump on you, they're fair game. They're fair game. Now, I will never betray I'm telling you, I won't betray our common bond, but I will go sideways on that person, and they will eat it. They will either like it, they will not like it, they will eat it one way or the other. Because that's just the kind of guy I am. And did I do it to them, or did they make me do it? Remember that movie, Look What You Made Me Do Now, in front of the UN? That is like, look what, that guy didn't make the guy do it. That guy just said, look what you made me do. It's a story. It's not even truthful, but it was funny. That's how I look at it. Look what you made me do. I give you my friendship, my trust, my time. Not you. I know you're listening. I give you my friendship, my trust, my time, my efforts. I ask you for something simple in return, and you tell me to go take a long walk off a short pier. It's going to go sideways on you. Not you, but that third party. It's going to go sideways on them. Promise. I'm going to give it a little more time, and then I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going sideways. And they won't have a leg to stand on. They will not have a leg to stand on. Everything I do will be 100% above board and, in fact, by law, allowable by law. So don't make any mistake about it. You were wrong. I was right. And you people that want to remain anonymous on people's channels, that's fine. But you can run your mouth as an anonymous commenter, but you can't run your mouth to people in real life and get away with it. You don't do that. I see you need to, do you really need to see your name on the screen that bad that you leave comments on my page? I am by far the most intelligent person when it comes to construction of any Philippines blogger. I am by far more well-rounded in the field of construction. I am by far more knowledgeable than any other blogger in the Philippines that blogs about construction. And I have people come to my channel and say he doesn't know what he's talking about. He was never a Well, this is all false statements. Go look up my name. You can find my contractor's licenses all over the place. Yesterday 2 days ago, I did a show on a 40-year-old Milwaukee drill, that drill is better than anything you could buy in today's market. And then I proved it. I did 160 half-inch holes in hardwood with a half-inch drill bit with a Milwaukee half-inch Magnum hole shooter in 90 minutes. Okay, without stopping, except for a minute or so here and there. Okay, nobody else in the Philippines could have done that. First of all, they don't have a half-inch Milwaukee hole shooter drill. So if they tried to do it with a Makita or a Bosch, the drill would burn up. Second of all, they don't have a 40-year-old Milwaukee hole shooter drill. Third of all, they don't have the strength or basically the tenacity, to use that word in its proper context, to do what I did in 90 minutes. Not a single other person that was watching my video could do what I did in 90 minutes on my own, without stopping and without crying that I can't do this anymore. My arm was tired. I went like this. I told you my fingers were cramping up, and then I went right back to work. Did I cry and say I'm going to do the rest tomorrow? No, not a single other YouTuber in the Philippines has ever shown you how to do construction work. And you take it, and then you take it for granted, and you come to my channel and you do blah, 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 blah in the comments section. Are you supporting my channel in any other way? Do you have any content on your page? Do you have a playlist with my videos on your page? Are you like Jack Thompson or Dennis Adam or Bantallion Brawler or Scott Del Fuego or Jerry Cantrell or Louis Pagan Ponce or John Escape or any of my Patreon? Are you like any of them where you're donating something, contributing to? No, you're not. So that means that you just come for the free entertainment. Well, don't expect me to give you anything other than I allow you to leave comments on my page. I do not allow you to leave negative comments on my page. I do not allow you to troll my page. I don't allow you to make stupid questions on my page. You take up my time by reading your stupid question. As soon as I see a stupid question, I just eliminate you. If somebody comes on my channel and says, "What's up?" they're gone. That's what's up. I don't need that on my channel. If somebody comes on my channel, what have I gotten myself into now? You're gone. That's a troll channel. And if you think that I'm going to stop to directly answer one of your questions, that's what the super chat button is for. It's so that you can ask me a question. I can ignore your questions till you can go send this piece of information to YouTube. I'm not going to acknowledge your questions unless you super chat me. Take that soundbite, send it to YouTube, and see what they say about it. They would be happy to hear that soundbite because YouTube gave me super chat so that YouTube, not me, YouTube can earn money. They don't care whether I earn money or not. They're allowing me to earn money so they can earn money from my super chat button and my super sticker button and the AdSense, which they're entitled to do. They're entitled to earn money, as much money as they can possibly earn. But I am entitled to earn money as well. So, digressing back to Scott Del Fuego's comment, you people come here just so you can see your name on the screen. How belittling of your own personal worth is that? That you have to leave me a derogatory comment regarding, oh, he doesn't know anything about construction. I know more about construction than anybody on YouTube that's ever commented on my page. We'll leave it at that. Or we'll leave it at, let's wager large sums of money in a general area how much construction knowledge I have. And we'll find out what you're capable of and what machines you can operate and what tools you can use and if you can repair the machines that you operate and or your skill sets, even something so simple as to glue two pieces of wood together. I know I'm smarter than 100 out of 102 people when it comes to gluing two pieces of wood together. You think you know how to glue wood together? I will show you how to glue wood together and bet big money that my way is better than your way. How to glue two pieces of wood together. Because you people have not been formally trained. I have been formally trained as an A&P jet mechanic. You come on, you're not a jet mechanic, you're using your brother's licenses. How stupid are you people? My brother is an airframe and power plant licensed jet mechanic by the Federal Aviation Administration, and so am I. Will you wager me a couple of $1,000 to prove me wrong? No. You just come on my channel and say stuff that's not true. That's why you get blocked. Now, Dennis Adams came on yesterday and said that these comments, so I'm telling my wrenches, this comment by this Donna Matthews, VOT.FYI, if you click on those comments or Google who they are, it brings you to a malicious website where something that has to do with a malicious website. So if you see that stuff, just eliminate those people altogether, please, right away. You don't have to, I don't need to see it. I'll just, if my wrenches remove something, I have total confidence in them. Thank you. Thank you, Scott Del Fuego. So digressing back, let me get, did I put the link up there? I forgot. Yeah, I did. I put the link up there to Phil Starr. Let's go to Phil Starr's homepage and we'll see. Pagasa said the tropical cyclone wind may be hoisted. Okay? What? May be hoisted. I can't see. May be hoisted and may reach signal number 3 for the eastern portions of the Visayas and Mindanao under TCWS, whatever that means, as early as Tuesday afternoon or evening. So by the time they hoist this signal, no one is going to see it. So let's go to the homepage of Phil Starr. Let's watch what's on Phil Starr. Garbage, absolute garbage is on the headlines of Phil Starr. Okay, we have something about Mr. Duterte. That has nothing to do with the storm. I think the storm is more important than Mr. Duterte's daughter. Philippines set for more high-level meets to strengthen something. Here's on the front page of the paper. Miss Universe, COVID-19 dashboard, videos, fact checks, news, e-sport, and community. So what's on the top page? What's the top story here? A drunken man killed with a knife. Now, what does Brazil, what the heck does Brazil have to do with the Philippines as far as importance? Brazil begins requiring a COVID-19 vaccination certificate for foreign whatever that means for foreigners. But is that as important as the storm that's coming? In my opinion, no. Russia vetoes Security Council resolution. Prime Minister Boris Johnson, another Illuminati member, and a magnitude 3 earthquake. Okay, then the next thing is nothing to do with the storm on page 1. Syrian refugees stranded in Gaza prison for a decade. Here it is. It's on the second page now. It wasn't there before, but it's on there now. ODETTE entered the Philippines on Tuesday. Now, this morning, it was 7 pages back. So at least they're doing that. But most people get tied up now. But what else is important? Look at this. Animal lovers decry plan to ban pets in Iran. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? The garbage. Okay, so we have Typhoon Odette is forecast to enter the Philippines area. Responsibility tomorrow. And make landfall over the eastern Visayas. Okay, let's go to the article. And it's trending. So now it's trending. This morning it was on page 7. Okay, so when is it going to happen? It's a big storm. It's a really big storm. It's a tropical depression. It's going to enter the Philippines of responsibility tomorrow. They have a weird take on the English language. And make landfall over the eastern Visayas as early as Wednesday night. So now they're giving you a 24-hour notice. That's better than what they had before. They had no notice before. When I looked at the weather map this morning at 9 o'clock, this was on page 7, and it said that on Thursday it was going to hit. Now it's Wednesday. So here is the weathermen. They just upgraded it by an entire day. That's 24 hours times 10 miles an hour. So they missed the storm by 250 miles in 24 hours from what it was this morning 3 hours ago. Ah, boy. The garbage that they have in the newspapers, the absolute garbage. It's just amazing. And they want you to lose your possessions. There should be a truck going up and down the street right now telling people to put their stuff away. When the elections come around, there's 2 or 3 trucks a day, 3 or 4 times a day, elect this person, elect that person, whatever they're saying in Visayas. I don't know. I have no idea who's running for the Philippines politicians. I have no idea, because the only person I can remember 2 names. I have Mr. Duterte and Manny Pacquiao. After that, and now Mr. Duterte's daughter. And I have no idea what they stand for, no idea what they've done in the past, and no idea what they have planned for the Philippines and who's running again. None whatsoever. Manny Pacquiao says to vote for him, and people, when you see a Manny Pacquiao sign, they go, "Do you think Manny Pacquiao should be the president of the Philippines?" I go, why would I know about that? It's not. What does he stand for? And when you read about what he stands for, that doesn't mean anything. Trump was the worst president that America ever had until Joe Biden. And he lied about everything. Look what Trump did to the world. Look what Trump did to the world. I made a lot of enemies when I said that Trump was directly controlled by the Israeli Congress, the Israeli-controlled Congress. I made a lot of enemies when I said that Trump was an Israeli Congress puppet, and that Trump was going to close down the economy of the world. If you go back to my live streams, I said that that's what the plan was. That's been the plan for 50 years, 70 years, 80 years. And I told you what Trump's program was. He said it was a one-shot jab program. Program means multiple jabs. Yeah, it's a one-shot jab program. In other words, we're instituting this program, and however many shots are in the program, it's a one-time only thing for the next 20 years. And who makes the money? The vaccine companies make the money. Who makes all the money? The doctors make all the money. Who makes all the money? The people putting out the tests in America at $200 or $300 per test are raking in the profits. And the tests are not even reliable, the American testing procedures. And they're $200 and $300. Who's making the money? The people that are invested into the jab market and the stocks that are related to the jab market. They don't care about you. This has been planned. Fauci said in 2017 that Trump would experience a horrible pandemic on his watch. And did it happen? Yeah, it happened because it's been planned. I got a movie I'm going to put the link up to. I got a movie. It's called Early Warning. It's from 1981. It's about what's happening today in politics. Let me get that movie up for you. Andrew, my friend Andrew Steinmetz, Blue Rose, sent me this video. I can't play the video, but I'm going to give you the link. All right? It's called Early Warning. It's a 1981 movie. It's telling you what's happening today, what Trump did on his watch. It's telling you that the mark of the beast was planned back in 1981. It's telling you that the imprinting of numbers digitally inside your hand or on your forehead was going to happen back in 1981. This guy is showing you that there's a screen and that the numbers will be hidden, but you'll be able to scan them with a barcode system. This is 40 years ago. They're telling you what happened 40 years ago. They're telling you what they were going to do. It's all been planned out. This is not by accident. There's no such thing as accident when it comes to politics. The name of the movie is Early Warning. From this link that I'm going to give you, you're going to see a movie that's 40 years old. And this is the basic premise of the movie. The basic premise of the movie is that in the future, all food production will be controlled by the governments of the world. This has been going on for 20 years. The companies that produce the GMOs are spraying the GMOs on hardworking farmers' crops. We're not talking about like a yard, but we're talking about 10,000 acres of corn. And they spray the GMO corn seeds over the guy's field from an airplane at night, and the seeds grow mixed in with his corn. And his whole crop of 10,000 acres has to be sold as a GMO crop to the GMO companies. They own his crop. So he bought the tractor, he bought the fuel, he bought the fertilizer, he bought the tires for the tractor, He bought the grease to put in the tractor, the oil to put in the tractor. He tilled the land. He planted the products. And then some airplane comes over at 3 o'clock in the morning and sprays corn on his field, a GMO product. And an inspector comes from a GMO type of agricultural checking institute and says, oh, no, this field has GMO corn in it. You can either burn it or you can roll the product over into the soil, or you can sell it to us for, 5 cents a bushel. We'll buy it from you at 1/20th of what it's worth. So they have to lose money. So they just throw it away. They just burn the crop or till the soil, turn it over upside down. This is going on worldwide for 30 years. They're doing this. Well, 20 years for sure. They don't care about you. They never cared about you, and they're never going to care about you. So this, just like I don't care about the trolls coming on my channel. Really, I don't care about you. You can leave comments as long as they're not negative, but I don't care about your comments. You make no difference in my life at all. You come into my channel and watching my videos. For 1,000 views on my videos, I make 70 cents. So my videos have to get 1,000 views for me to make 70 cents. And I don't get 1,000 views on my video. So I don't care about your views. And I don't care about your comments. And now I got it to the point where I've gotten you worthless eaters, as Henry Kissinger would say, to stop commenting. And then I don't have to read them, the comments, which doesn't destroy my time schedule. You people are amazingly stupid when it comes to what's really going on in this world. When I just posted that link, every single person on my channel should be going over to that link to watch that video. But you'll stay here and wait for me to say something else that you consider stupid and make a soundbite. Because you're stupid. You are uneducated. They've made you come into this world. They've destroyed the educational system of the world. And proof of that is now it's 1.5 years with no schools, that are virtually no schools are open in the world. In the Philippines, the schools are closed. Now, going on 2 years now. It'll be 19 months. You think that these children are going to catch up? They're not. They're not going to catch up. They are dumbing down the population. You're not getting it. That's the plan. I try to educate you to what's going on. And you people come on. It seems like there are more and more trolls every day. You just say stupid stuff. You come on and say stupid stuff. Do any of you want to back it up? You got some worthless guy named Bill Clinton coming on and saying Fazio doesn't know anything about construction. Bill Clinton, 6'4", 260, all 4 pounds of you. You're a worthless troll on YouTube. You're never going to be anything else. You're probably watching too. And you go and you admonish and one of the most worthless people on the Philippines, in the Philippines community, who's never posted anything about the Philippines. You go and give him accolades because you're a useless person, Bill Clinton, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the masses that are intellectual. You're a worthless blogger. Absolutely worthless. Completely worthless as a blogger. You're completely worthless as a commenter. How you admonish somebody who is basically the most negative person in the Philippines community and most of YouTube altogether combined. And you're on his channel saying what a great man and a great blogger he is. That is wrong. It's your choice, your prerogative. You can do that. But you're a worthless person, Bill Clinton. You used to come to my channel. I never thought you had anything good to say, so I really didn't acknowledge you much. But now, because I don't acknowledge you, you try to knock me. You can't knock me. I'm 10,000 times smarter than you are. You have more money than me? Probably. But you can't make me feel insignificant compared to you. Compared to you, who admonishes and gives accolades to the world's most useless blogger, I'm 1,000 times better as a person than you could ever hope to be. And that goes for all the other people that follow that worthless blogger. He's not even a blogger, he's a YouTuber. Calling people's wives this and calling people's wives that, and the C word and the W word and all of that. And you sit there and give him accolades and adornment on his channel. You people are stone stupid. You should ignore his channel. And then maybe he'll go away. And anything that he says is a lie. And I'm going to destroy what little reputation he has shortly. It's going to happen on or before January 10th. And then what are you going to do? Then you're going to say everything I showed you as far as documentation for the hotel, for the permits, for the plans. All of it's fake. That's what you're going to do, right? Because you're stupid people. All you have to do is take my permit number down when I decide to show it to you and call up the building department. Is it real? I couldn't get a permit. You know, you people are so stupid. If I went through how to get a permit to build a building that I have and to build what I'm going to build here, if I showed you and told you how to go through it, you would understand that. Once I had the permit, I did everything else legally. Not only that, I have the ability to do the work on the land, on this property, myself. No laws broken. But you people are too stupid to understand that. You're too stupid to research it. Because you people on YouTube are basically stupid people. Let's just put a spade in where a spade belongs. Scott Del Fuego, thank you. I don't, Scott's right. I don't care what you think. I never cared what you think, and I'm never going to care what you people think. You know, we have this destructive little fella who goes around and tries to destroy everybody's mental acuity, okay, by saying, calls me pustule leg, and peg leg, and puss leg, and stuff. Does he had the opportunity to do that to my face. He crawled up into a little ball like a little girl. And when, see how he was almost crying at the time. So I don't really harp on that point, because I know he's not a real man. And he's proven it in front of 35 people, but that's not the point. He goes around and tells everybody all of this, you're this and you're that, and you're never going to be anything, and it's a psychological ploy to try to wear you down so that you will somehow, it's in every psychological magazine and every psychological article what certain types of people do to knock you down. They try to knock you down so that they feel better. They call it, they're trying to knock you down to make themselves look taller by cutting off your head. That's the analogy in one of the articles that I posted this morning. They try to make themselves look taller by cutting off your head. Meanwhile, all it is their insecurities that have destroyed their eternal soul, aside from the black magic and the witchcraft and the candle burning ceremonies destroying their soul. You cannot do those things. But aside from all of that, their anger and their hatred of everything and everybody across the board has destroyed what's left, or what was their eternal soul. They have nothing left except hate in their heart. And you people follow these people and give them accolades because you are just as bad as he is. You just don't get it. You people are stupid. You people are really stupid. I'm not even being facetious. To give somebody accolades that goes around calling another man's girlfriend the C word. You think that that's intelligent? Would you do it yourself to another man, to their face? And Bill Clinton, I use him as an example because he's 6'4", like that other piece of garbage, Don C. He's 6'4" and brags he's 252 pounds. Would you do it to a man's face? Go ahead and say you'll do it. I'll give you directions to come to my house if you don't have them already. Go ahead and say you'll do it. And then I'll give you directions. And you tell me when you're going to come. You're going to come here and say that crap to my face. You're not going to do it. And you're certainly not going to say it to my face. And you are certainly never going to say it to any real man's face. Just because you're 6'4", 252. Don C. had to make a note of that. I'm 6'4" and 252 pounds. Big deal. So what? So what? What does that mean to any real man? It means nothing. Nothing at all. It means that they're well armed mentally to know what you look like and what's got to happen when you get here. That's all that means. It doesn't mean anything else. It means that somebody's going to confront somebody that's 6'4", 252 pounds. You got to prepare for that. So not only did you give away your height and your weight, but you gave away your location, you moron. How many people, not that I care because I'm never going to Thailand, but how many places are there 10 minutes from the city that you mentioned with a golf course, a pool, and a tennis court? Not a lot, dude. So you gave away not only your location, but your height and your weight. So people know what's going to happen when they see you. You're an idiot. And you're a liar, and you lied about me. And I'm telling you right up front, you'll never say it to my face, and if you say you will, I'll give you directions to come to my house. And then do it. Don't worry about it. You and that other idiot, the slob. I'll give you directions to come to my house. This way, you don't make a mistake and go to my neighbor's house. I'm not afraid of you people coming to my house. I don't care. That means nothing to me. It just means you're going to come to my house and stand in front of my house and yell stuff out. It doesn't mean anything to me. It should mean more to you. It's going to cost you the money to get here and the embarrassment of what happens when you get here. You people are stone stupid if you think that somehow psychologically you're going to wear me down. It ain't going to happen. When I go out and work and hard and I bust my butt in the sun and I work in the rain and I carry all that heavy stuff, the way I work is the way I play. If you didn't understand what I said, well, that's your problem. But you come here, stand in front of my house, Don C., the slob, that guy Ben Newton, you all come and you all go stand in front of my house, Richie, and stand out there and yell out profanity. See what happens. We're going to have a good laugh. Then the laugh is going to be resounding, or maybe around the world. That'll be a big laugh that you guys come and do that. Oh, it'll definitely be advertised. There'll be no doubt about it. Come, stand in front of my house. It's a public street. You people are a trip if you think you're going to frighten me, that you're going to stand in front of my house and yell out profanities. You people are insane. It ain't going to happen. Like I said, the same, as hard as I work, as hard as I play. Feel free. You need directions? Send me an email. I'll give you directions so you don't get lost. We wouldn't want to cut into your fun now, would we? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're going to show Tom Harris's message. Daisy, one word. One word. And I'll remove him, Scott. This is Tom Harris, another fake YouTuber. One word, Daisy. One word, Daisy. She was stupid to know you. What does that mean to me? Daisy's been gone. September, October, November, December. 17 months, 16 months. And you think that talking about a girl that I haven't had much to do with at all for 17 months, you think that's going to hurt my feelings? You people are stupid. You're stone stupid to believe that. Why would I care about what you say about Daisy May other than I wouldn't let you say something bad about Daisy May? Because I've never said anything bad about Daisy May. But to say Daisy was stupid to know me? And you're going to hurt my feelings with that? No, you're not. You're not going to hurt my feelings with that. Tom Harris, you're a worthless human being, in my opinion. Absolutely worthless. Did you, Tom Harris, marry or stay with every woman that you ever dated your entire life? The answer is no. Of course not. No one does. But I am put down because I had a relationship with a girl that didn't work out. So no one stays with every single person that they've ever gone out with. It's not realistic. It's not actual. It's not possible. That would mean the first person that you went out with is the person you married and stayed with for the next 30 years. That's not possible. It's not feasible. It's not reality. But Tom Harris has to come on to think he's going to get under my skin for a girl that I don't even know named Daisy May. I knew her at one time, but I don't know her anymore. I have nothing to say good or bad about Daisy May. I never have. I just don't let other people say bad things about her because most of the stuff that was said about Daisy May is not true anyway. We have some guy on YouTube that said that Daisy May looked like a cockroach. Reminded him of a cockroach. Daisy May was by far in the top 2 or 3 prettiest female girlfriends of any foreigner in the Philippines. Her face. By far, her face was amongst the prettiest of any of the bloggers. Way prettier than anybody I could think of offhand. But there are people I don't watch. They may have girlfriends that are as pretty. Body-wise, face-wise, whatever-wise, Daisy May was among the top 2 or 3 of the prettiest female bloggers that I knew about. So, and yet we have some little Daisy May reminded him and looked like a cockroach. But that's not true. That's just not true. But so does that bother me? You know what? If he said that to my face, it would be the first time I heard it face to face, and he would never repeat it. I guarantee that. That's why he does it on YouTube, because he won't say it to your face. He had the opportunity to say that to my face, but he didn't. He had the opportunity to say a lot of things to my face, but he didn't, because he's a coward. And I let that go, because he is a coward. I mean, there's no sense in me harping on a coward. I'm not going to browbeat a coward. I could, but I'm not. Because I know the guy's a coward. My father would be mad at me for browbeating a coward. I may do an expose on that coward and his shortcomings and his self-loathing nature, but I won't harp on the fact that he had the opportunity to run his mouth and cower down like a little girl. Okay, that being said, talking about Daisy May on my channel, you and Richie Buang and the Slob and Don C, it means nothing to me. I don't care. I just won't let you say negative stuff about Daisy. You said Daisy May was stupid for knowing me. Okay, that's your opinion. It's not negative per se, but it's your opinion. But is it true? Who knows? Only the future of what happens in Daisy May's future. Will she benefit by knowing me? Will she have benefited by knowing me? Will she have learned a valuable lesson in life by knowing me? That I taught her how to operate the track hoe, and I taught her how to use electric drills, and I taught her how to repair shoes, and I taught her how to do welding. And she, I'm sure she has applied those things to other household repairs. She benefited in a lot of ways. She wasn't stupid for knowing me. It was a relationship that started, occurred, and ended. Do you hurt my feelings about Daisy May? That was 17 months ago. Why would I be upset about you saying Daisy was stupid to know me? That's not even good English. Daisy was stupid to know me. How did she know not to know me? Show me your girlfriend list that you went through since you were, I don't know, the last 10 years of your life. How many girlfriends have you had? Were they stupid to know you? Of course they were. According to you, if a relationship doesn't work out, then the girl was the stupid one. Why is it the girl's fault? Why is she stupid to know me? You have no answer for that because you're stupid for saying it. Worthless commenter. And we're going to block you now. Yeah, no, thanks. Okay, so now you're gone. Tom Harris. And Brooke Burns. You're all gone. So you came to my channel, you said something stupid, and you got blocked. But at least I responded to your comment. So if Daisy was stupid to know me, well, then anybody that ever went out with a woman and the relationship didn't work, then that woman was stupid to know every man that they dated. That's a stupid statement. It has nothing to do with actual life experience. It's stupid. It's a stupid statement. You made a stupid statement that means nothing. Every girl that ever went out with a guy that broke up with the guy or the guy broke up with her was stupid to know the guy. There's a learning experience for every relationship, whether you see it or not now or you never see it. There's always a learning curve involved in everything. Daisy was stupid. Daisy is not a stupid girl. But you're not going to convince me that our relationship was stupid. We had a relationship and it ended. That's it. Move on. You can't, you're the one who can't move on. I moved on a long time ago. You people are a trip that you think you're going to, somehow psychologically, I'm going to be affected by you saying Daisy was stupid to know me. What is wrong with you people? Do you know that if there was a psychologist or a psychoanalyst that watched that question and knew the backstory, they would say that you're the one with the psychological problems, not me. Did I bring up Daisy May? No. Did I talk about her in some way, shape, or form that to bring up Daisy May? No, you just came on my show to antagonize me because there's something wrong with you inside your head, whoever you are. And I will guarantee you that all of you people that say this stuff, you got the slob calling her Dizzy May, and you got the little fella calling her, saying she looks like a cockroach, and you got the little fella calling another guy's girlfriend the C word. He would never do that to anybody's face. If he did, it would only happen one time, no matter what the other guy could or couldn't do. He wouldn't go around getting himself involved in those situations on a daily basis, that's for sure. That's why that little man isolated himself from the rest of the world. Everywhere he goes, he isolates himself from the rest of the world by as much distance and as much space and as many barricades as he can to keep people from coming to visit him. That's why he lives in the places that he lives. That's why he went nuts. I know. I remember when somebody went by his house at night, took a video of his house at night, he went nuts. Me, on the other hand, I make videos with where I live, show you the hotel next door. You want to come and stand in front of my house and shout crap at me? Go ahead and do it. We'll see how that works out. 6'4", 252 pounds. I don't care. That doesn't mean anything to me. There's one little fella that was trying to impress everybody on YouTube a few weeks ago. He said, "You don't know how strong I am. I could throw this kitchen table across the room." Oh, yeah. I'm sure that when Mike Tyson fought Eric Butterbean, he was worried about how far Butterbean could throw a kitchen table. I'm sure that's one of the preliminary questions that the fight promoters ask. Can your fighter throw a kitchen table across the room? Well, mine can. Do you want to quit now while you're ahead? What a stupid thing that was to say. No one is afraid of how far you can throw a kitchen table, little man. No one will care about that. You, we got a special show coming up on you. I'm making notes, and we have a special show coming up on you. Very special show. Very special. When I'm done with some of the people on YouTube and my special show, revealing some secrets that I have about some people in the Philippines, vlogging community, you people are you're gonna laugh until you cry, and you're gonna see how wrong you are. In the grand scheme of things, I am going to absolutely annihilate what little credibility some people have left in the YouTube vlogging genre. Gonna do it with a smile on my face. Thank you, Scott Del Fuego. So, right now, look. Now, I don't care about this. I know you come to watch the train wreck on my show, but I don't care. And this is why I don't care about you people in general. I could care less. You have that little man who is now trying to build up his channel so that he can get an AdSense account. When he said he never would, a month and a half ago, he said he never would. Now he's saying, because someone said that on Social Blade, he has enough subscribers to get an AdSense account. Now he's saying, give me a thumbs up, Tomsack, and he makes fun of it like it's a joke, but he really wants you to do that. It's a subliminal message to give him a thumbs up. Tomsack, and he makes like a joke out of it because he wants to get AdSense on his channel. That's okay that he wants to do that. It's okay that he wants to make a few extra dollars on YouTube. That's fine. But he doesn't come right out and say why he wants to make the money. Everybody can use extra money. But he ridicules another man for saying, the other guy is always with the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't, leave a comment and share my video. Who gives a crap if you share my videos or not? I have a select group of people, even 10 or 20 people that watch my videos. After that, I don't care. I could care less if you watch my videos. I only do this because I have the time and the ability to do it. I don't do this for the views. YouTube has me in the YouTube prison box. I put out some of the best videos on YouTube. The guy cutting the chain. It's a very big comedy skit involved with him cutting the chain. I have the Filipino bloggers laughing and everybody laughing in unison with one. I had 190 views on a video that should have 10,000 views on it. I know I'm never going to get a lot of views. And I don't care. I don't care. Do I make you people? Do I ask you to push the thumbs up? Do I ask you to share? I could care less. Only thing I care about is that you don't have content on your channel. I don't read your comments. You're worthless to me. Tom Harris's comment I read to prove a point. Tom Harris is a moron that believes that every girl that goes out with every man, when they break up, the girl was stupid to know the man. Daisy had no ulterior motives. Daisy never asked me for anything. Daisy never stole anything from me. I have nothing bad to say about Daisy. It was a relationship that didn't work out. Does anybody know why? Nope. Because I never told anybody, and neither did she. We were both basically adults about the whole thing. But Tom Harris, Daisy was stupid to know you. What does that mean? Your English is stupid, Tom Harris. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I don't know. Well, actually, I'm going to go out. What I have to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream because this stream is not getting monetized, that's for sure. So, but I'm going to go look for the number 3 rebar for the commercial shovel rack and rake and hoe and adze and hammer rack that I made yesterday and the day before. I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to go out and look for that metal. Also, I think I'll break out the electric. Excuse me. I think I'm going to break out the air stapling gun that I have and staple some of that foil that I have in the bag in the yard outside. I think I'm going to put a layer of foil on this back wall over here, because right now I have it's the sun hits that wall in the afternoon. It generates a lot of heat. So I bought 10 millimeter foam. Instead of you people coming on my show and saying Daisy was stupid, why don't you send me money for what I give you in knowledge for tools and work craftsmanship and stuff like that? Because you are stupid people. You want everything for free. That's why I don't read your comments. That's why I don't care about you. I never cared about you, and I'm never going to care about you. And we have dozens of people on YouTube that do nothing at all. You have a guy in Manila. He hasn't posted anything worthwhile in a year and a half or 2 years. I watch his videos for about 15 seconds every day. It's why do people want to come to the Philippines? Philippines immigration did this to me. Why did they do this? Not that I watched the video. I didn't. I saw the title. Everything is a catchphrase to get people to come to his worthless channel. The guy, and how do I know it's a worthless channel? Well, I'll tell you. Everything the guy has ever said that I have watched is worthless. I am in the marine construction business 30 years of my life. I worked on tugboats, I worked on dredges, I worked on scows, I worked on pipelines, I worked as a dock builder, foreman. I worked on trenching and tunnels. I worked on blasting, underwater blasting, and underground blasting. And I watched a guy, this is the last video I watched from this guy, talking about what is called reclamation, beach reclamation, and pipelines. And he called every venue of the construction site by the wrong name. But he made it sound like he knew what he was talking about when he didn't. That was the last video I turned on of his a year and a half ago. But he's got catchphrases. Immigration did this to me. Why did they do... He has nothing. Every single vlog is the same thing. It's some stupid catchphrase. And he gets 80, 70, 90 people watching his worthless show. That, to me, it's a worthless show. He doesn't have any content. He talks about, I'm going to buy a piece of property over there and I'm going to build a house. So what? You're not going to do anything. Your money is going to do the thing. You're not going to build anything. You know nothing about tools. You know nothing about construction. You know nothing about the words of the tools that are used during the construction process. You're not doing anything. You're going to hire somebody to do it for you. So if you said, I'm going to hire people to build a house, that would be more honest. But I'm going to build a house, you're not building anything. And he gets 80 viewers. I have 16 viewers. Big deal. I don't care. I know that he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he has followers. That's good. I had a guy mention my name the other day in the comment. I could care less about you, dude. I'm back. I don't care about you one bit. I'm back in the Philippines. You are friends with that other guy who was worked in the jail system. I don't like him. I don't like his blogs. And you ignored me for the last year that you were in the Philippines because I didn't like your friend. I don't care that you're back in the Philippines. I don't care that you're blogging again. You'll never get me to watch another single one of your videos, ever, till the day I die. Because you stuck up for that other guy that was talking smack about me. You think that I'm going to change my mind about you because a year and a half has passed? It ain't. I'm not like that. I don't need your view. I don't need your friendship. I don't need you giving me accolades for my channel. You are another one that basically has nothing but worthless uploads, along with your friend. But being that you guys are politically correct, you'll get 10 or 20,000 views on your videos. I'm not politically correct and have 10 times better content than either one of you two, and I get 150 views on my videos. It's a matter of principle. I don't care that you're back in the Philippines. I'm never going to watch your channel again. It's never going to happen. There you go. Okay, so I'm going outside now. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, no, that's all they came for. They came for the poo-poo show. Well, you got it in spades today. You want to know how strict YouTube got with their worthless algorithms and their algorithm? You know, we had an idiot, we'll call him the idiot, that for a year and a half ridiculed me when I talked about algorithms. Now that's all he talks about is the algorithms. So it took the idiot a year and a half to learn that algorithms were real. And did he give me credit for teaching him about algorithms? No. But so now, we have all of these worthless people on YouTube. None of you people, the guy came on my channel as if I'm going to be his buddy again. He thinks I forgot that for a year he wouldn't come on my channel and leave a comment before he left the Philippines. Now he's back and he's trying to gain subs. I'm never subbing to your channel again. I'm never going to watch another one of your videos. And I know you're watching my video, apparently, because we had 20 people watching before and only 2 people were commenting. So we had 18 trolls at any one time sitting here watching, trying to grab sound bites. That's fine. That's your life. But to talk smack about me that I don't know about construction or not knowledge about this, that I have more knowledge about construction than anybody in the Philippines. I don't care who you are. And I don't care what your job description was. What, because I lost a fortune in real estate in the Florida Keys and I don't have a lot of money, that makes you a better person than me? No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Because I don't live in such a beautiful house, because I don't have a tile floor, that makes you a better person than me? No, it doesn't. And you want to know what would make you a better person than me? Come to my house and say it to my face. There you go. Now we're going to talk about who's a better person. Who's a real man? Who's a better man? Come to my house, say it to me in the mall, and say, let's go outside. Say it to me in the mall. Say, let's go outside so I can yell at you. Go ahead and say that. We go. See what transpires at that point. Don't come on my channel and ridicule me. You got the slob. He said he was coming to Bohol. Didn't the slob say he was coming to Bohol? But he didn't come. Okay, he can use the lockdown as an excuse. Just tell the slob, make sure that Bahal is the last thing on his bucket list. Just tell him that. Because it's not going to go well. Him standing in front of my house yelling out profanities. I don't think it'll be a good thing. But if he wants to do it, I can't stop him. And that's going to be the end of my show. I'm going outside. I'm actually going to pull the whole wall off the side of my house. And I think I'm going to pull the whole wall off the side of my house, the outside wall, and I'm going to resheet it. And then I'm going to put foam over it as well. I don't really have much to do. I tried to buy a rebar bender again. I made phone calls this morning. Nobody answers. I could show you the rebar bender order that I made yesterday. I called up the company yesterday. Oh, multiple times. Let me show you. Yeah, I'm going to show you something. I don't want to put my not that I care if you see my personal information, but here is I'm talking to Carousel. This is the disaster, the nightmare living in the Philippines. Okay, here. You see this comment here? I'm calling you. I'm calling you. Where is that? I'm calling Carousel, right? Okay, here is the page. I'm calling you and no answer. That's me. That's my correction. Are you here to give me information about the machine? Okay? So all of these are messages from me. Now, here's the machine. The Toyama steel bar bender, digital. The digital one, 123,000 pesos. I offered 123,000 pesos. I made the offer of 123,000 pesos. They asked for it. I offered it to them. Now let's go to see the machine. And I offered the offer 2 days ago. Now let's go see the machine. Let's click on it and watch what happens. Oh, it's not working. All right, here's the page. Here's the page. This listing is currently not available. So they asked for 123,000 pesos plus shipping. I offered it to them. I called them up. I spoke with them on the phone. I told them to send me a video of the machine in their warehouse. I want a video of the machine in their warehouse. I want them to walk outside, show me the truck with their name on the side of the truck. And then I want that video to show the office and the people in the office that have the machine in their warehouse. What they did, they took the listing off the internet because it was a scam. The woman tells me, sir, we cannot make a video. Why not? Why can't you make a video for me? Everybody has a cell phone. We cannot make a video for you. So it was a scam to get me to send them 120, not 123,000, 123 plus 28. So 133, 143, 150, 150, 143, 150. 151,000 pesos, $3,000. Send me $3,000. Thank you very much. Put it in my bank account. These are scams that are going on. Everybody is doing it. Every company I ask for a video, every company I ask for the model number, every company I ask for the book that goes along with the machine is disappearing off the internet. They're taking the item off of Lazada, taking the item off of Carousel, taking the item off the market. Nothing. This machine is not available anymore. Every company I demand proof that they have the machine for has taken the machine off the market. I am at my wit's end trying to buy a rebar bender. I have 1,000+ phone calls at a minute to 2 minutes to 5 minutes per phone call to buy a rebar bender, to get a price for shipping. It's impossible to get a rebar bender for some strange reason. It's almost impossible to do business. So I'm outside. I'm taking the side of the house off to insulate, to put new sheathing up, and also to insulate the outside from the sun, because the sun hits that wall so hot in the afternoon. It's very hot in here. It just gets very hot in here. So, thanks for watching. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about YouTube has so many new restrictions. Now, I know this video is not getting monetized because I used the word worthless blogger and stupid too many times. They're taking the monetization off those types of... I didn't curse, but they'll allow me to make money from YouTube Red, which is... maybe this video will make 23 cents in a year. That's what it'll make. Maybe that much. Maybe less. Who cares about 23 cents? But that's like 12 pesos in a year. But I had a cool video up yesterday. I could show it to you. Because, well, I'll just tell you what it was. I posted it to my Patreon page because it was a video about ants. You know what an ant is, right? An 8-legged little creature. It was about a video with a bunch of ants. A yellow jacket landed on my leg last night, and I smacked it. And it fell on the floor. Where else, you know, I'm not gonna let them bite me. I mean, you know, they don't normally bite me, but recently, the one that got me 2 days ago, that little boy landed on me and attacked me instantly. But I know why it did that. I had my hand, it had a nest. It actually had a nest inside the bamboo that I had my hand on. And it was trying to get out of the bamboo. And I put my hand over the railing where the nest was, and apparently that made it mad. And it flew out and landed on my wrist and immediately tried to sting me, which I smacked it and it went away. You know, it paid with its life for its insolence. Let that be a lesson to you. So, I mean, for putting your hand over a piece of bamboo that has a yellow jacket nest in it, not a good thing to do. Let that be a lesson to you. So, last night, a yellow jacket, I don't know where it came from, landed on my leg and I smacked it. And it landed on the floor, out of the way, not away from my feet. Because if you step on them, you could still get stung by it from the stinger. It could still go into your foot. It's not common, but it could happen that little stinger is like a little needle. It can go into your foot, and then you got to deal with that. So I looked down, and a few minutes later, it was gone. So I thought maybe it flew away, but it didn't fly away. It was just moved over like a few inches. And what had happened is somehow an ant found it, and they called a bunch of other ants, and they picked it up, and they carried it away. And I made a video of that. Apparently, that's disturbing. Apparently, YouTube now has rules. That would have been great content like a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 10 years ago. That would have been great content. Ants carry Yellow Jacket away. No. Now it's against the rules. I could post it, but I can't monetize the video. So I posted it to Patreon, where my Patreon members can enjoy the video. I'm not posting stuff on YouTube unless they let me monetize it. This is not going to be monetized, but I don't care about that. The next one will be monetized because I will just keep it work related. But you people, because of, on the subject of monetization and not monetization, I don't really care about that. Look what they have done to society. They have turned you people into a bunch of beta cuck males. They have turned you into the biggest pansies in this world. They don't want you to. They no longer allow you to make money from showing weapons, how to disassemble and repair weapons. They no longer want you to see any violent matter as content. Yet, when you're 19, 18 years old, they can send you off to war and teach you how to fight. That's okay. But until then, you have to be a pansy. That doesn't make any sense in the real world. So anyway, that's my show. Thanks for watching. You think you're going to affect me one way or another? I don't think so. So be it. Ask somebody for proof. They ask you for $3,000 online. Send me $3,000 and we'll get a machine to you. Show me proof that you have the machine, and they pull the website down. Anything that has to do with their company, their telephone number, and they don't answer your email. All because you wanted proof as to why should I send you $3,000. And they made everything disappear. These people are totally worthless. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call that company up right now. This is the one. I even know the number. I know the number by heart. And then if this woman doesn't answer the phone because her husband died 2 weeks ago, and now her husband's in the hospital, it's 2 weeks. Her husband died, now he's in the hospital, and then yesterday she didn't answer the phone. It's ringing. Rang 3 times, 4 times. And now it should go, now it went busy. Okay, so now let's call up the guy in the warehouse. I know that number by heart, almost 2. Now we're going to call up the guy in the warehouse that told me that the girl's husband died, and then that was 2 weeks ago. But last week, he's in the hospital. And then he said to call back this week. So this is this week. I'm calling back, and we'll see what he has to say. It's a freaking night. Hello? Hello? My name is... Hello? Just let me talk. Just Hinai. Are you the company that sells the rebar benders? Hello? Hello? Do you have the rebar bender in stock? It's a bad... It's a very... Hello? You're talking Visaya. I don't understand Visaya. No casa but. She hung up. She's talking Visaya. She spoke English and then she spoke Visaya. Blah, 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 and then hung up. This is what you get. And then there was a motorcycle in the background. You people have no understanding of background noise and how disturbing it is. It's ringing. She won't answer the phone, of course. But she probably was telling me to get somebody that spoke Visaya or Tagalog because she didn't understand. Good afternoon, sir. This is Michael Fazio. You're the man that works in the warehouse, correct? Okay. So what you. No more stock on the machine. Okay, thank you for your assistance. Okay, bye-bye. All right, well, they don't have the machine any longer. But that's the company that when I asked them for the proof in an email to send me a video, they shut the machine down they took the machine off the internet. An hour later, the machine was gone. Now, they could have sold it, but they could have just took it off the internet because I also wrote carousel saying that this company's not responding. You see the comments. I've been asking this company, which has 2 different rebar benders, since August. They've never responded. And if you look at, I'll show it to you. If you look at their response, it says they're unresponsive. I think this is the company. No, that's the Lazada company. Let's go to Lazada. Lazada's the same thing. They're unresponsive. They don't respond. Sign in, third-party sign in, connection. Got to sign in with Facebook. I hate doing that. I don't mind signing in, but I hate that it doesn't keep you signed in. Okay, that's the first one. Here's another company. I just sent out a request. I offered to pay what they wanted, 140,000 pesos. Okay, this machine here, digital rod bending machine, 140,000 pesos. I offered the full price of the machine. I sent out an email asking the guy whose name appears down a little bit lower somewhere. I don't know where it was, but look at this. Anyway, I offered them the full price of 140,000 pesos. I asked them, do you have the machine in the Philippines? I gave them my zip code, my phone number, my email address. Twice in the last week, no response. It's amazing. I got to go. I'll be back in about a half an hour. I'm going to work outside. You may or may not see what I get to do. I don't know that I'll even show you. I will find the metal for the shovel rack. I do believe I have that metal stored somewhere on my property. Enough metal to make, I'm not sure. I have some metal, enough metal to make some of the pins for the pegboard, for the shovels and the hammers and stuff like that, but I don't know how much. I'll know in a few hours. Maybe it'll be an hour before I come back online. Thanks for watching. I'm Ping Permy from Mr. Congeniality. So now that's 2 more companies. 2 more companies. I offered the full price what they're asking. Finally, after 2 weeks, probably 15 phone calls, 20 phone calls, the warehouse man told me there's no more stock. Now, had there been stock 2 weeks ago, I would have bought it. But he didn't know. And I bought it. Paid for it. And when I called them up to get it to come to me, the order was canceled through Lazada. No, that was Carousel. No, I didn't buy the one on Carousel. I bought another one on Lazada. That was canceled. So now I bought the unit, paid for it, bought it 5 times, and I didn't get it 5 times. Carousel, I put it in my shopping cart, and I wanted to find out, because then you can ask the seller questions. They never responded. Is it available? Now, with Lazada, I get the money back in 5 days. With Carousel, I'm not sure about that. So I didn't finish the final payment. But they never answered my questions. You want to do business in the Philippines? You just wait till you get here. And you people don't think my uploads and my live streams telling you people how hard it is to... You don't think it's worth anything? You just wait till I start asking you for $20 every time you ask me a question. And I don't care who you are. There's going to come a point where if you want to even leave a message on my channel, you'll have to donate something. Otherwise, it will just be ignored and removed. I don't care. I don't care. It's going to come to that point. And this way, then I will have no messages, no comments from anybody at all except the people that donate and who are my friends. And then I'll have more time to do work. Because once I start working, I go into a completely different work mode. I will not stop for people that are not somehow making my life easier. Now I have lots of time. Storm, can't buy a rebar bender. I have to get ready to move the house. I have to move the cargo container. All the little incidentals. Once I start working on the hotel, you people will pay for anything that you want to say, that you want to have your name up on my screen. Donate something. That's what the Super Chat button is for. It's going to come a day that's going to happen. And if you don't, well, then just don't comment. Because as you comment without an accompanying assistance from my channel, your comments will be removed and you will be blocked. And that will give me more time to work. And YouTube is okay with that. YouTube doesn't need to store your comments in their server. YouTube wants you to give me money. They need you to give me money to pay for their service. YouTube loves me. Bye-bye for now. I'm Ping Permy from the Philippines, baby. And of course, I'm Ping Permy means take care always. From Mr. Congeniality, remember, I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And I come with my own references. That's right. That's right. Wow. Bye-bye for now. I'm Ping.